Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Hunter Halterman. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we will have news and weather, but first, campus news.
A spring formal will be held in the Williams Center MPR on Saturday, April 2nd. The theme of the dance is Step into Wonderland, and it will take place from 8 p.m. to midnight. After a successful prom was held in Hemingway Hall last semester, the Resident Assistant Advisory Board knew that a spring formal would be a hit with the students. The dance will feature dancing, hors d'oeuvres, and beverages all fitting the Alice in Wonderland theme. Raffle prizes and a grand prize will also be won by students. Music is provided by DJ Magic or John Maternowski, a sophomore communication media management major who plays at Valentine's Place each Thursday as well as other venues. Tickets will be $5 and semi-formal attire is recommended.
Tomorrow, acclaimed pianist Dr. Claire Longendijk will premiere student compositions in Roche Recital Hall. The concert serves as the capstone event to a year-long creative entrepreneurship residency with the Ethos New Music Society and is free and open to the public. 8 total students' compositions will be featured in the show. Longendijk performs over 50 concerts a year in North America and Europe and has premiered over 150 new compositions. The students' work will be accompanied by the work of professional composers such as Claude Debussy and Augusta Reed Thomas.
Head to Steel Hall Fieldhouse tonight from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. for the Multicultural Weekend Carnival. It'll feature games, activities, free food, raffles, prizes, music, performances, and more. This event is certainly not one to miss.
And finally, Cascio, FRS's own news director, has been kidnapped by one of our other e-board members. Not really, though. He's actually fine. Yeah. Help us find him by becoming a lead detective in the case. Tonight at 5 p.m., come to McEwen G24 with a group of up to 3 to begin your search for clues to find our beloved news director. There is a reward for finding him safe. We hope to see you there.
Thank you, Alex. Today we'll be listening to an exclusive local lowdown interview, and we'll be having one of our classically chaotic segment, Trivia, slightly after 12. We'll also be listening to a few of our weekly segments, such as Just the Facts and the local lowdown interview.
Let's start with our local news update, prepared by Cascio, followed by our weather update, prepared and read by Jules. What's going on, Cascio?
Good afternoon, Fredonia. I'm Cascio Fonseca here with your High Noon Friday local news. In local news for this week, the 2021 census report is showing population losses for Chautauqua County. More than 73% of U.S. counties, including Chautauqua County and Warren County, experienced natural decrease in 2021, up from 45.5% in 2019 and 55.5% in 2020, according to the U.S. Census Bureau's Vintage 2021 estimates of population and components of change released on Thursday. Natural decrease occurs when there are more deaths than births in a population over a given time period. In 2021, fewer births, an aging population, and increased mortality, intensified by the COVID-19 pandemic, contributed to a rise in natural decrease. The statistics released today include population estimates and components of change for the nation's 384 metropolitan statistical areas, 543 micropolitan statistical areas, and 3,143 counties. Figures released on Thursday morning showed the county listed under the micropolitan of Jamestown, Dunkirk, Fredonia, revealing a natural decrease of 534 residents. According to the 2021 census, there were 126,807 residents living here, a decrease of 850 residents, or 0.7% from 2020. Warren County noted a reduction of 212 residents for the same time period from July 1st, 2020 to July 1st, 2021. Its population now stands at 38,134, down 1.2% from 2020's number of 38,587. In other local news, Governor Kathy Hochul and State Health Commissioner Dr. Mary Bassett say that BA2 is becoming the dominant strain of COVID-19 in New York, but they do not expect it to create another big wave of infections. BA2 is a subvariant of Omicron and has been generally increasing as a percentage of positive tests statewide, even as the overall number of daily new infections has plummeted in the last 2 months. It now accounts for 42% of new infections in New York, Bassett said Monday at a news conference with the governor. BA2 is blamed for a recent sharp increase of new infections in the United Kingdom. The state has gone through 3 distinct surges of COVID. In one 6-week period, the most surge resulted in 1.9 million of the 4.9 million lab-confirmed positive tests statewide since March 1st of 2020. Amid the steep and rapid decline of infectious and serious illness since late January, Hochul has relaxed some restrictions but continued to press for New Yorkers to get vaccination and booster shots. Bassett noted that positive tests are not a good gauge of the pandemic, as they once were, because so many people are now using self-tests at home, which are not tallied in official results. A better metric, she said, is hospitalizations. The COVID-positive patient census stands at a 7.5-month low in the state of New York. That said, the rate of lab-confirmed infections per capita has stopped declining in many counties and has slightly increased for the state as a whole. The numbers remain a tiny fraction of their early January peak. And finally, in local news, Fredonia Radio Systems will be hosting a kidnapping mystery scavenger hunt event around the SUNY Fredonia campus today from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., starting in McEwen Hall, room G24. News director Cascio Fonseca has gone missing, and it's up to teams of 3 to solve the clues and rescue him. Wait, what? But I'm not missing. I'm right here. Wait, whoa.
The Northern Chicago Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your resident weather girl here, Jules Hoepting, bringing you the weekend forecast. Alrighty, folks. I know this is an FCC-regulated radio station, and we have to watch what we say on these here FM airwaves, but in order to accurately do my job as a weather reporter with 8 semesters of experience, well, 7 semesters, COVID took a bite out of a few of the semesters and ate one of them whole. Anyhow, in order to accurately do my job, I simply have to utter the S word during my report. Yes. Indeed. The frozen horror of snow has entered the forecast again. You're getting shivers down your spine from the sheer connotation of the word, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? You are. Today, showers likely, mainly between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 45, southwest wind 15 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Tonight, rain and snow showers likely, mainly after 11 p.m. Cloudy with a low around 36, southwest wind 13 to 15 miles per hour. Little or no snow accumulation expected. Yes, that's right, snow may fall from the sky, but is not expected to stick to the ground. Tomorrow, snow showers likely before noon, then rain and snow showers likely. Cloudy with a high near 38, breezy with west wind 14 to 20 miles per hour. No new snow accumulation of less than half an inch possible. Yes, that's right. Some snow may stick to the ground, but it will probably go away very quickly. Tomorrow night, snow showers likely, cloudy with a low around 28. Breeziness continues. Sunday, snow showers still likely, mainly before 2 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 30. Breeziness continues to continue. Sunday night, a chance of snow showers. Hey, I said chance of, not likely. That's a little better, right? Anyway, mostly cloudy with a low around 18. No longer breezy, but now instead blustery. All right, so snow is coming and going and coming like a bad relationship that just won't break off. But spring is all about rejuvenation, and we know after 2 more months of this chilly taunting, the snow will go away and the mosquitoes will take its place. Then the snow will come back in a few months, of course, but we're not going to think about that because we're not going to be pessimistic people. We're going to be the kind of people that get immense joy out of the 2 golden hours of every day, assuming it's not a predominantly cloudy day. Speaking of lighting, in other news, on March 15th, the U.S. Senate voted unanimously to make daylight savings permanent in 2023, meaning that we won't have to do that silly adjusting of the clock thing twice a year. Seriously, future folks will look back at us and shake their heads as to why we did that for so long. That and the duck face selfies still don't comprehend why people purposely pose with their lips looking like they got sucked into a vacuum. Anyway, I'm actually done with my wandering thoughts now, and I will return the surfboard to the host so they can continue riding those FM waves.
Thank you, Cascio, and thank you, Jules. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Just the Facts.
Welcome back to Just the Facts, where we talk about just facts, only facts, and no opinions, just facts. My name is Chloe, and I'm here today with my friends Alex
Heyo.
and Hunter.
Hello.
All right, we have a very, very, very special episode for you guys today
Do we?
because the topic is dogs. Why are you laughing? Dogs are literally
The last
best.
time we had a dog fact.
No, we're not
I
talking
think
about that. We're not talking about that.
Went
No, we're doing
absolutely
actual
ballistic.
wholesome dog facts today, everybody. Because don't you just love dogs? I love dogs.
I like dogs too.
Dogs are pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally a cat fan.
No, we're
Dogs
not.
are cool too.
Okay, so Hunter, we're not going to talk to Alex because of his words.
Welcome back to Just the Facts with Chloe and Hunter.
Chloe and Hunter.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, it's okay. It's okay. As long as you like dogs.
Yes,
though.
I like both.
Okay. End it there. Hunter, what's your fact?
You sound like you had a butt there. I don't know.
I know. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No buts. No opinions, no buts.
Okay.
Hunter, fact.
So we all know that a dog's sense of smell is it's incredible how much better their sniffers are than ours.
I was going to say sniffers.
Yes.
That's so funny.
We all know that. That's a fact set in stone. I wanted to know how better they are, in fact.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. A dog's sense of smell is approximately 10,000 to 100,000 times stronger than a human's.
That's crazy.
That's a good sniffer. Though I would argue that Jordan Budd has a better nose than a dog.
Maybe
Why
like
do you say that?
the
First of all.
man smells everything.
Really?
Yes, he'll like come up to me and be like, "This like just gave me a good scent." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
So
Well-
Jordan and dogs are in the same level is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to conceptualize this real quick.
Okay.
This is as if you're trying to sniff out 1 teaspoon of sugar
Mhm.
that is in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Oh my gosh,
That's crazy.
that's powerful.
Yeah.
See, I personally have the worst sense of smell ever, and I can't ever smell anything. Even like pre-pandemic, like never had a good sense of smell.
Nope.
My nose is always clogged up. There's no smells getting through there.
I have a pretty okay sniffer,
Yeah,
if I do say
Your
so myself.
sniffer's okay?
I'm a pretty good
average sniffer.
Pretty average sniffer.
You're an average sniffer?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a good dog fact. Did you confirm it on Snopes or no?
I actually got it from Snopes.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good. See, at least we have one good person in the show.
Hey,
Alex, what's your fact?
Well, my fact's from the American Kennel Club, which is like
Not
the
Snopes, but
not
dog Snopes?
Yeah, dog Snopes.
Dog
Snopes.
Dog Snopes.
Mm-hmm.
So the dog fact that I have for you today is that yawning is contagious, even for dogs. And that
Oh.
research shows that the sound of a human yawn can trigger one from your dog. And fun fact, it is 4 times as likely to happen when it's the yawn of a person your dog knows.
Mm.
That's so cute. So when I have a dog, by the way, whenever she yawns, she makes like a really high-pitched noise. And she'll go like, "Arr," every time. Like, does anyone have a similar experience? I'm just wondering. Has your dogs ever done
I
that?
mean, they make a high-pitched noise.
Have you ever like heard of a dog doing that, I guess?
My dog goes like,
Yeah, they do it. Like they make a little like dog noise, little dog yawn.
I've never had a dog, but I did have a bearded dragon once, and he would yawn occasionally, but he didn't make any noise. He would just like open his mouth for a little bit and then close it.
he can be an honorary dog.
Yeah.
Honorary dog.
His name was Captain Jack.
Captain Jack was a DAWG. I
Yeah.
bet.
What's your
Okay.
fact, Chloe?
Are you? No, I was. I was gonna go. Are you guys ready for my fact? And then you interrupted me.
Yep. Because I knew you were about to say it.
Have you ever heard of the Beatles
Nope.
before?
Is
You
that-
know, like
is
the
that an
band.
underground band?
Yeah, they're kind of like
They're pretty
nobody
indie.
really
They're
knows
local?
them. Yeah, they're local.
Yeah.
But they did have one song called "A Day in the Life." That's probably their most popular song, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just.
I
kidding.
don't know, man. I'd say Yellow Submarine.
No. How'd you know that
Sgt.
song?
Pepper's Lonely Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole album.
Yeah, the whole album. Okay. Anyways, so the Beatles song "A Day in the Life," which I'm sure you've heard of. You would know it if you heard it. If you don't know it by title.
Sure.
but it has a frequency in it that only your dogs can hear. Back in 2013, Paul McCartney was in an interview, and he said that he added a frequency that only dogs can hear at the end of the song, and he said that you should play it and watch your dog, like, react to it. And I think that that's really sweet that he, like, dedicated a little part of the song to dogs.
The question is
That's just
it
so
like
cool.
a good
I was gonna say,
dedication or like a bad dedication?
Is it like pleasant to the dog's ears?
Yeah, it's not like a dog whistle where it's gonna like hurt the dog, you know, like to like try to like train them or anything. No, it's like a calm tone, from my understanding.
I'm not
Like, he
saying
did it
Paul's
to,
out
like-
to get my dog or anything.
No,
Well, you just
no,
gotta
he
make sure.
he did it in like
Yeah.
a dedication, so I can only imagine that it's like
Pleasant.
Did he
Oh,
dedicate
pleasant.
it to all dogs or one dog in particular?
I don't know. Why don't you
Because
ask
one
him?
dog
One
can hear this
dog.
noise.
Yeah.
Ask him. Call him.
Hey, Paul, did you dedicate
Hey,
this
Paul.
dog?
What dog?
Good old, what's her name? Layla?
Leica.
Leica.
This is post Leica.
Post Leica. Exactly. Dedicated to Leica in
Maybe.
remembrance.
Maybe.
Yes. That's a throwback.
Throwback. Shout out to Just the Facts.
Shout out Just the Facts episode space.
Yeah, whenever that was.
Space.
I can't remember. Not too long ago. Earlier this semester?
No, it was last semester.
Oh.
You can find it on our YouTube.
Yeah, check out our YouTube
Check out our
page.
YouTube.
Jinx.
Knock on wood. There's no wood.
Alex just went into a full panic.
There was no. I was gonna knock on like the thing, but I don't think it's wood.
I think it's plastic, I think.
I think it's like
Yeah.
MDF.
Well, thank you guys for bringing your dog facts.
Sure.
I like
You're
hearing
welcome.
them. They were
We should
nice.
bring our dogs next.
Yeah, we should.
Everybody brings in a pet.
Oh, the window frame's wood.
I hope that
There we
was
go.
picked up. I'm sure it was.
I can win.
Nice.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode of Just Facts. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Thank you for Hunter and Alex for bringing their dog facts.
You're welcome. Glad I could find this factory.
I wasn't expecting you to answer, but that was great. Okay, Alex is having a long week.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Hey, Hunter, you're a dog.
Well, thank you guys for listening. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you. Next up is an exclusive local lowdown interview.
If you feel let down by the man, you've gotta cut it loose, cut it loose, cut it loose. And if you work hard but you're empty-handed.
Hey, it's Jordan
And Mel.
from the local lowdown, and we're here with a High Noon Friday special. We're here with Fake Space, the artist from Buffalo. Am I right on that?
You are right, yeah.
Alrighty. So we have a few questions lined up for Fake Space here. We're really excited to be talking to him.
Sweet.
He has a very genuine and distinct tone to his singing, and just an honest sound overall. And I'm wondering where you pull your influences from on that. What inspires you to choose that way of singing?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know, like, anything, really. I kind of just, like, it's so hard to say. I mean, I love the bands. I listen to all kinds of stuff. But, like, when it comes to writing music, I kind of just, like, make whatever. And I'll make, like, a ton of songs. And, like, most of them I will never play them because I, like, hate them or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. I just sing and play whatever. I guess. Yeah.
Sounds like it comes from the heart.
It does. It's funny because like I have a lot of like breakup songs,
Yeah.
like ex-girlfriend kind of songs.
Mhm.
But now I'm like, I'm like in a really nice relationship. I'm happy, and it's like kind of weird to like sing those songs now. So, but like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, it's a fine
It's
answer.
emo stuff.
Yeah.
I write songs when I'm sad. A lot of times, mostly sad
Those
songs.
are the good songs.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones.
It feels better for sure.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the decision to make the length of the album so short, or is it an EP rather?
Yeah, the EP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like under 10 minutes, right?
It is super short. It is literally like 9 minutes or something. Yeah. I don't know. I had a couple other songs that I wanted on there, but I didn't like love them. Like they weren't like all the way there. And I don't know. I just like started putting too much pressure on myself, and I was just like, whatever. I'm just gonna like whatever it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because it's like not fun when you put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
So
I think that was a very forward-thinking move, and I think it's
Thank
really like it captures lightning in a bottle, and it makes it very like
Thank you so
replayable.
much. Appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Alrighty, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you're signed with Triple Hammer Records.
Yeah, locals,
Cool.
the homies, yeah.
So tell me how you got to working with them, any possible projects you're working on. You don't spill too many details, but you know.
So it's my buddy and his wife that do Triple Hammer Records, and they started working with my friend's band who I played drums in called Hotel Etiquette. So they were doing like all like their stuff. They have a vinyl coming out.
Oh wow.
And so so they invited me along to do it, to do our stuff too. So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's talk about the gig that you just did. You
Sweet.
did an incredible job.
Thank you.
We were super excited to see you live. And I mean, you started off the show with quite a bang, I would say. How
you so
did you
much.
get the show? You know, how did you get to meet like the rest of the artists? How did it come about?
The show, I saw that threw the show up like a couple months ago, and my homie like puts on a lot of the show, so I hit him up and I was like, "Do you need someone to open the show? Because I would love to play it." And so they let me play and stuff, and yeah, the bands are awesome. Everyone's really cool. This is our second show today too, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's nice to play and stuff because we've just
You guys are great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've just mostly been writing because it's just been, really chill the last couple of years. So it's fun to finally play. Yeah.
Real quick, it's Alex, usually in Prade, but now outside the rec room in Buffalo, holding his little recorder here. I actually got your cassette, at a local store here, and when I was listening to it, there's one song that really stood out to me. And me and Jordan love it, I think, dearly. What's the story behind Television Eyes?
Television
4
Eyes.
seconds of pure bliss, in my opinion.
I am obsessed with watching television. It's more or less like a song to myself because I love watching TV. I love movies. I love like shows and stuff, and it sucks. And I shouldn't be watching so much TV. It's terrible. So it really is. Yeah. It was like a joke song, and I was like, it was whatever.
Me and Jordan love it whenever it comes up on the cassette. We're like, oh, here it comes.
Thanks.
It's fantastic.
Let me correct, like at 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m.
9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, too much TV. I watch too much TV is what it is.
I just have one more thing to say.
Sure.
It's a good thing that this man is forklift certified.
Yeah.
I love that lyric.
Are you guys forklift certified?
No certified forklifters here. Maybe someday.
I wrote that song while I was at my job, and I was like out work. I was used to do landscaping, and I was just out there like cutting grass, and I was just like,
That's where the best ideas
I
come.
gotta cut it loose. I actually wrote the whole song like while I was like working and stuff.
Wow.
And so yeah, but that's kind of like where my songs come from. If I'm having a bad day or whatever, like I'm singing about it, write songs about my crappy job at wherever.
Alrighty, well, thank you
But-
so much, Christian.
Yeah, thank you
It
guys.
was lovely doing this interview with you. We hope to see you very soon, whether it's new music that you come out with or another show. Thank you so much, and you're listening to The Local Lowdown. This is Mel.
This is Alex.
And this is Jordan.
And it's actually High Noon Friday.
Oh, it's High Noon Friday. Oh, no, keep that in. My mistake. Cut.
It's a good thing that I'm forklift certified.
Thanks for the segment. Now let's bring it to Josh with the international news.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm your host, Jazzman Josh, with this week's international news. If you've been on the road at all lately, you're certain to have noticed the significantly increased gas prices. Some state legislatures are considering a unique solution to ease this petrol problem. Rebate checks sent directly to taxpayers. That's right, about a third of U.S. states are considering this proposal, as well as other proposals, such as a reduction of sales taxes and reducing state gas taxes. These proposals have been made amid the Russia-Ukraine war, which has caused a fuel crisis because Russia is one of the top 3 oil producers in the world. According to the U.S. Energy Administration, Russia provides roughly 10% of the global oil supply. With any amount of luck, perhaps you could be getting a few extra hundreds in your wallet should New York State be considering these mail-in checks. Hundreds of Disney employees are hosting walkouts and other protests against the Walt Disney Company to show their displeasure with the company's response regarding the Don't Say Gay bill. Disney CEO Bob Chapek took an apolitical approach on behalf of the company and did not take any action about the bill until it was too late. The Disney company is now publicly taking a stance against such legislation by promoting and producing pro-LGBT content, supporting community organizations, and encouraging a welcoming culture. But many of these community organizations are turning Disney away. The Human Rights Campaign, HRC, has released a public statement in which they stated they will not be accepting money from Disney until they see more advocacy efforts from the Walt Disney Company. Disney employees stated in an open letter, quote, "You cannot fix this with educational seminars or token background characters. Even organizations like HRC refuse your money until action is taken," end quote. More is to come in the future as we watch to see how Disney makes things up to their employees and to the public. Are the tides of war starting to change in favor of Ukraine? Despite the bombs and besiegement, Russia is still yet to claim any major Ukrainian cities, and Ukraine is currently launching a counteroffensive that has been driving Russia further east. The British Ministry of Defense stated in a press release yesterday that the UK will be providing Ukraine with 6,000 missiles and £25 million in monetary backing. Prime Minister Boris Johnson stated, quote, "Vladimir Putin is already failing in Ukraine. The Ukrainian people have shown themselves to be extraordinarily brave and tenacious in defending their homeland in the face of an unprovoked onslaught," end quote. Despite Ukraine starting to take back several villages and fighting back the Russian forces, there is still much more to come, especially with the thousands of civilian casualties caused by Russia targeting theaters, shelters, and centers of humanitarian aid. All right, folks, you know what's coming. It is that time again.
The Jazzman Josh Word of the Week, for this week is
Consternation. That's right, folks. The Jazzman Josh Word of the Week for this week is consternation. Consternation, that which means awe, terror, or dismay combined with confusion. Yesterday, I was ordering dinner at Willie C's when the employee handed me my meal. She said, "Enjoy your meal." And with great consternation, I realized I said, "Thanks, you too." She stole back my pizza and drink, and I slunk back to the dorm, cold and hungry. It is a cruel, cruel world for the likes of one such as me. Thank you very much for listening, and that does it with this week's international news. Stay warm and be cool, Fredonia. Jazzman Josh out.
Thanks for the updates. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for trivia slightly after 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have count 'em three wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Please introduce yourselves.
I am contestant number 1.
What's your name, contestant number 1?
Contestant number 1.
Okay.
Anonymous.
Hi, I'm contestant number 5.
No.
No, it's Jordan. Hi.
I'm Sebastian.
Thank you for using your names. I really appreciate it. Contestant number 1. All right, you know the drill. First one to shout their name after the question is read will be able to take a shot at answering the question. Each question is worth 1 point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most points will be declared the winner. This week's category is
Australia, mate. Good day, everybody. Hope you're having a good old day.
Jackson, you forgot the question mark.
Yeah,
Australia?
There you go. That's better.
Us true blues know how to pronounce everything right in Australian.
You wanna say that final line there for me then?
Here we go, mate.
There we go.
Wee. That's what they sound
That's
like in
what they do?
Australia.
Okay.
Anyway.
So then we have an expert among
Harsh
us.
cut.
Harsh cut.
Okay, question 1. Here we go. What is swooping season in Australia? Is it A, a week-long courting-based traditional holiday primarily celebrated in charter schools? B, when winds become violent but also perfect for tenacious kite surfers?
Tenacious.
C, a month of birds that swoop out of the sky and attack anyone and anything after laying their eggs? Or D, the Australian version of spring cleaning, usually involving an heirloom broom and a rejection of sentimentality?
Okay, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, what's up?
B.
B, the wind one? No, it's incorrect.
Too obvious.
Contestant number 1.
Contestant number 1.
D.
D is incorrect. It is not spring cleaning.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
C.
C? C is correct.
Hey.
Yes. It is,
Hey.
in fact, a whole month long of just violent birds. It's they're magpies primarily. After they lay their eggs, they just go out and just destroy everything around them. Fun fact, it's true, magpies can remember your face. They have excellent recall for faces and very long memories. So if you've been swooped before, or even if you just look like someone they've swooped last year, you're likely to get the same treatment again.
I think
Wow.
crows do that as well, I've heard.
People in Australia have to like travel in packs during swooping season. Like they send the kids to school in like big groups. And they like when you ride your bike, you're supposed to put spikes on the back of it.
Oh my God.
So they can't get it's wild.
Do you know when swooping season?
I think it's September.
September.
Of course, it's
Back to
September.
school,
Back
and all the kids walking to school, waiting at the bus stop.
Don't forget
getting
your
attacked.
spiked helmet, honey.
Oh my
All right, Mom, thanks.
Oh boy. Number 2. The third most populous city in Australia, Brisbane, is home to the World Championship of which racing event? Is it A, deep sea racing, B, Hot Wheels racing, C, cheese wheel racing, or D, cockroach racing? Sebastian.
D cockroach racing.
Cockroach racing is correct.
Wow.
For some reason, it just sounded right.
I'm an expert cockroach racer.
Yeah.
In my free time.
In your free time. Oh my goodness. Well, fun fact about cockroach racing. The championship is held on January 26th, which is Australia Day. Contestants can either bring their own cockroaches from home or buy one at the stables in the venue. All the proceeds during the event end up going to charity at least.
Go, Jordan. Go
How much would you pay for a cockroach?
How much would you pay for a cockroach?
Huh?
How much would you pay for a cockroach, Jackson, to go cockroach racing?
Like a quarter.
A quarter.
Did Jordan get that right?
A nickel.
No, Sebastian. did.
Okay, I heard Jordan's name last, so I assumed.
I think I got that one right.
Okay. Don't try to lie to me, Jordan.
Oh.
Try to lie to me. I see
Wow.
through you.
It's really
Question
ominous
3.
because you're behind me.
He's like, if I could take a picture right now, just Jackson just staring at the back of Jordan's head, and Jordan looks very uncomfortable.
You still can. No one's stopping
I
you.
can. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try and
Read
sneak a
question
picture
3,
later.
Chloe, while Alex takes his phone out.
Okay, so which of the following is not one of the federated states or territories of Australia? Alex, did you write this question?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just, it sounds like an Alex question. Anyways.
What?
Is it A, Western Australia, B, Eastern Australia, C, the Northern Territory, or D, New South Wales? Which one's not a federated state or territory of Australia?
I zoned out, and I'm going to say Jordan, and I'm going to say B.
No, he's right, guys.
My number. I mean, my letter.
What?
He's employing the contestant 1 strat. I'm just
Uh-huh.
taking shots in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so fun fact. As of 2019, New South Wales held 32% of Australia's total population, while the
Wow.
Northern Territory held about 1%.
That's all desert.
Mm-hmm.
That was also Hunter's question.
I can tell you
Okay,
that.
I wrote the next one, but I don't have to read it. It's okay, it doesn't matter.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, so I'll read question 4. Australia has multiple pink lakes. Which of the following is not true about these lakes? Is it A, scientists still don't know why exactly the lake is pink? B, it is not recommended that you swim or really touch these lakes too much because they have a really high level of salt. C, the lake never changes colors. Or D, various types of fish, snails, and worms native to Australia all live within or around the lake. Which is not true.
Jordan.
Contestant 1.
You okay?
Contestant 1 is spinning a pen around and just whacked the microphone. At the
They sign up for this? Or
yeah, they did sign up for
Okay.
this. They
Wow.
put their name in the hat
In my
long
defense, I signed
before.
up because I saw Jordan's name on it.
Well, Jordan rang in for the question. Go ahead, Jordan.
B.
No.
Contestant number
Sebastian.
1. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
A.
They do know why the lake is pink.
Wait, I thought it was.
Not
Wait
true.
a minute.
Not-
Which of
I'm
the following is
confused.
not true? Oh, yeah, they don't. Wait.
They
Yeah.
do. It's a
Double
double
negative,
negative.
so
They
they
do, in
do.
fact, know why the lake is pink.
Oh, I thought.
Mm.
I messed
Wait,
up.
so which of the following is not true?
Yes.
They
Yes.
don't know. So
It's not
if-
true.
But
So
if they
they
do
do.
know, that is not true.
Wait.
So if they do, they don't.
That's
and they don't,
backwards.
they do. 'cause they
I'm so
do.
confused, but that's not the right answer.
Okay, it's not the one that Chloe declared. However, I'm gonna give Sebastian a
He can have a point for that.
something. I don't know.
A Chloe messed up point.
Now I'm really confused because for C, it's the
wrote
lake
this
never
question.
changes colors.
Does it change colors?
Well, do you want me to say?
Yes.
Wait, but that was my letter.
No.
So that is true.
Everybody gets
that's
points.
true. Yeah, so
Chloe,
which is
how
not true.
badly did you mess up?
No,
this
I didn't mess it
Okay.
up. I'm just
A,
confused now.
do the scientists know why it's pink?
Yes.
So that is true. Do they say don't swim in it?
Yeah.
That is true. Okay. Does
And
the lake never changes colors?
Yeah, that's true.
It never changes colors?
Yes.
Okay. And then D.
There's nothing living in that lake.
Okay.
So both A and D are correct, technically.
Oh, so it should have been no. Okay, so I'm never gonna write one of these kinds of questions again. This is why it's Australia question mark. I tried to emulate Jackson and I could not.
I appreciate it. However,
It didn't work.
You tried.
Croggy.
What was that,
Did you say
Sebastian?
crikey?
Croggy.
Croggy?
I think that's an Australian word.
Crikey?
I watched.
It's crikey.
I thought it was crikey. too.
Crikey, mate.
It's definitely croggy.
I will, if you take out your phone right now and search the word croggy and get anything that's remotely Australian, I will give you a point. Because I will die on the hill that it is absolutely 100% crikey.
It is crikey. That's what I thought.
As
but I don't
someone
know
who
anything
had
anymore.
his first D&D character's last name was in fact Reiki, middle name initial C. C. Reiki. I'm 99.9% sure.
Crikey.
Croggy.
Croggy.
Well, I think the internet's wrong.
This,
Okay.
This
very
was all a mess. But my fun fact was that there is, in fact, something that lives in the lake, and it's microorganisms.
Wait, no, what are you doing? What is going? Okay, Chloe, you're fine.
Okay, next question. Next question.
Next question, number 5. Australia was the Australia.
Forgot to put the question mark.
I did forget to put the question
How
mark.
dare
I'm
you.
sorry. Australia?
I didn't know that was the formatting we were going.
Yeah, that's why there's a question mark after
Well,
it.
Australia was the second country in the world to give women the right to vote. In which year did this happen? Was it A, 1893, B, 1902, C, 1911, or D, 1920?
Contestant number 1.
Was that contestant number 1 or Jordan? They kind of both.
I don't know. One is 2 syllables, and the other one is contestant number 1, 6 syllables.
Mine had all that.
I'm gonna start
volume,
saying
though.
one.
I'm going to say Jordan.
Hey, it was me, but okay.
A.
A is incorrect.
1.
We can do
One.
that. Okay, 1.
C.
C is also incorrect.
What was B? What was?
B was 1902 and D was 1920.
B.
B is correct. Yes.
Ding.
Ding. Good job, Sebastian. 10 out of 10. Fun fact, the first country to give women the right to vote was actually Australia's neighbor, New Zealand.
Oh, good for them.
Good for them. The United States was the 32nd country in the world to ratify women's suffrage.
So it sounds
Way
like
to
this
go
all
for
happened in a
us.
very short time period because 1902, that's the second country.
Yes.
And if we're 37th,
We're like
we did it in
32nd.
1920.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway.
Question number 6. Watch and learn. Which of the following isn't true about
I'm
Australian
so confused.
zookeeper and conservationist Steve Erwin? Is it A, he discovered a species of turtle, which he named Erwin's turtle? B, he was the 2004 equivalent of canceled when he held a gator while feeding it at a zoo. Well, he fed a gator at a zoo while holding his infant son in the other hand.
Oh my God.
C, he stopped an attempted armed robbery with a machete when the assailant pulled out a knife. Or D, he was terrified of parrots, claiming they always had to bite him, which isn't true about Steve Erwin.
1.
1.
C.
C, that is correct. He did not stop an armed robbery
Wow.
with machete. That was, in fact, Crocodile Dundee, the fictional character of the comedy called Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's the
I know what you're talking about.
Fun fact, Steve Erwin starred in a movie called The Crocodile Hunter Collision Course. It's about him protecting a crocodile that he thinks, from what he thinks are poachers, who are actually U.S. special agents using wits and animals to fight them. I've heard it's pretty funny.
Did you guys know, and this is a fact,
Oh, a fact?
A
We're
fact.
talking facts here?
Steve Erwin is Alex Erwin's brother.
Spelled the same way.
Is it not?
No, they're spelled differently.
My last name is spelt with an E. His
Well, I know
last
that
name.
yours is. I didn't know his.
Does anyone know the name of Steve Irwin Zoo?
No.
Anyone?
What? No.
The name of Steve Irwin Zoo.
It's called the Australia Zoo. That's it.
Is there a question mark in there or no?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's kind of
It's
lame.
kind of lame.
Yeah.
Australia? Zoo.
So I wrote question 8.
Zooey.
Okay, I can do.
Zooey
Do you want
mama.
to do 7?
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
7. But before we do 7, I'm very curious, Jackson. What's the standings looking like? We're
Alright.
halfway through.
This is
So,
going so
um,
fast.
Doing well.
It is going fast.
We have Yisel with 1 point,
Who?
Who?
Jordan with 1 point, and Sebastian with 3 points and a Chloe wrong point.
Okay.
Sebastian taking an early lead.
Yeah.
Sweeping
What
up
can I
here.
say?
You
An
know,
early halfway through lead.
Sebastian came in here saying he was an expert in Australia, and I'm
Froggy.
Did I?
Boat.
I'm starting.
I know all the
Iraqin.
slang.
You know all the slang.
Avo. You know. Barbie.
Oh,
Having Barbie.
that's actually true.
I know.
I did a
just
little
looked it up 3
project.
seconds ago.
Yeah. Having a Barbie.
Having a Barbie.
Okay.
Did you know that Nate Jacobs from Euphoria is from Australia?
That makes
The
sense.
I haven't seen the show, but I'll believe
Definitely the character, not the actor.
Okay.
Got
you.
it.
Got it. Okay.
Got it.
What is
Understood.
going on?
Did you guys know that platypi are from Australia?
Yeah.
Harry. The
The
platypi.
I think the question mark here is really hitting in Australia because I'm so confused right now.
You wrote the question.
No, I'm not even
Sebastian
know.
and I
I
are
just
asking the questions now.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Number
Alex.
number.
Please move on.
Yes. Actually, Jackson, you do this one.
No.
Well, I did 9.
Fine. Yeah, I guess my next question is 12. So
Oh.
that makes
Okay.
sense. Where am I? 8, 7?
7. You're 7.
Number 7, Golden Globe Award-winning actor, singer, multi-instrumentalist, dancer, and producer, Hugh Jackman, is from what Australian city? Is it A, Sydney, B, Melbourne, C, Logan City, or D, Perth? 1.
A.
A is correct. He is from Sydney, Australia.
Stop. Give me the pencil.
No.
Fun fact, he won the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. He also won an Emmy, a Grammy, and more, as well as nominated many times. Another fun fact, William Shakespeare is also from Sydney, Australia. The singer, not the poet. I don't know who William Shakespeare the singer is. Also, if you don't know who Hugh Jackman is, he was Wolverine for a long, long time.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Question 8.
Okay.
Which of the following inventions was not made in Australia? Is it A, anesthesia, B, Wi-Fi, C, Google Maps, or D, refrigerators?
Jordan.
Yes.
B.
No.
We
They
have
did
the-
make
the
Wi-Fi in
Australians to
Australia.
thank for Wi-Fi.
Sebastian,
Mm-hmm.
This is C, Google Maps.
No.
I
They
knew it
made
was a
Google
trick
Maps too.
question.
1. D.
It's not really a trick.
No, they made refrigerators too.
Wah,
Sebastian
wah.
A.
That's not how that works.
I wasn't sure
They
if
didn't
that
make
was some
anesthesia.
slang for a second there.
Wait, what was A?
Anesthesia.
I
Fun
really
fact-
thought
oh, sorry.
that sounds Australian.
Yeah, that's why that was
Oh, I'm
the one
gonna
I
get
chose.
some anesthesia, mate.
That's exactly how I said it in my
I
head.
broke my leg.
No, they actually, there was a man, and his name was Edward Hellstrom, and he made the first refrigerator, and he called it the Icy Ball. And I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool.
I'm Edward Halestrom, and this is my invention, the icy ball.
Exactly.
You can keep your food in there, and it'll stay cold all night.
Yep,
Alrighty.
You sound so entertained by that.
I really was.
I was like, haha, what a story, Mark.
That was so funny.
Number 9, former Prime Minister of Australia, Bob Hawke, was once a world record holder. Which of these records did Bob complete? Was it A, surfing a 34-foot wave blindfolded, B, kicking a coconut 64 meters across a football pitch, football as in actual soccer, not our football, C, flipping off the most people simultaneously, around 3,000, during one of his political campaign rallies? Or D, downing 2.5 pints of beer in 11 seconds flat? 1.
D.
D as in dog or B as in boy?
D as in dog.
D as in dog. Mr. Bob Hawk did indeed down 2.5 pints of beer in 11 seconds. That's a lot of beer.
I really thought it was the coconut one.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. It would have been funny if it was, but the beer's pretty impressive. Fun fact, Bob was very proud of his achievement. He even went so far as to say it was the most important feat that he completed that contributed to his political success. Saying he earned a loyal base of beer-drinking followers after this feat, which he completed in college.
Nice. Wow. I wanted all of those to be true, but that's okay. I wrote question 10. Can I?
What just happened?
Jordan almost died.
What do you mean?
Okay,
Did you tip backwards?
I almost tipped backwards.
Falling asleep on our show?
I was looking for a little sip-ski of water in my bottle.
Ski of water.
How did it?
I almost fell ski on the
You're
floor.
like on the bench. It's not even like the legs would like go out from under you.
But that's the thing, because it's the bench,
There's no
there's no back.
No protective back on this bench.
Oh, so you almost fell, not the bench.
Oh, we were falling together.
Question 10, please.
Okay, question 10. Melbourne, the Australian capital of the state of Victoria, once shared a similar name to which superhero? Is it A, Aquaman, B, Wolverine, C, Hawkeye, or D, Batman?
1.
Yeah. No.
Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
D.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. So the modern-day city of Melbourne in Australia was briefly named Batmania after John Batman, who claimed to have founded the city in 1835. However, this only lasted 2 years until 1837, when the main town was eventually named Melbourne, which is way more lame, in honor of Lord Melbourne. And that is my fact. Alex, what did you think?
Imagine having a last name like Batman. That's
I know.
I'm John Batman.
Can you
My,
imagine?
pharmaceutical business. Would you like to buy some ibuprofen? Dr. John Batman at your service. John Batman.
I thought that it was really crazy that you brought up Wolverine, and I was like, shh.
We wrote about Hugh Jackman. What am I supposed to do?
I know.
You should do this next one, Alex.
Alrighty, number 11.
Oh,
In
that's a
what
good one.
year did the Great Emu War of Australia happen? Is it A, 1812, B, 1869, C, 1932, or D, 1987? Jordan.
C.
1932 is correct.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I do know of the Great Emu War.
I'm so glad you know that.
Fun fact, the Great Emu War was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia over the latter part of 1932 to address public concern over the number of emus said to be running amok in the Campion district of Western Australia. While a number of the birds were killed, the emu population persisted and continued to cause crop destruction. Or in other words, Australia lost a war to emus. If you haven't, I very much recommend Oversimplified's video of the emu war. It's very funny.
I think that might have been the one that I watched.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
The one I watched was by Salmonella, which
Salmonella is so
going to
funny.
argue that his was much better.
I love
Sorry.
Salmonella Academy.
Yes.
All right. It's time for the final question of the show.
The final
Are we all ready?
Yes.
Uh-oh. What's going on? It's time for Turbo Trivia time, everyone's favorite recurring bit. Wow, this is going to be Australia-themed Turbo Trivia. I'm going to say an Australian bit of slang, and you have to tell me what it means. Are you ready? We're going to start with one. We're going to start with one, then go to Jordan, then go to Sebastian and Loop. Here we go. All right, we're starting with things to call people. Contestant 1, bloke. What is a bloke?
Yes. It's a person.
A person? What's the kind of person? I just said it was a thing to call
A dumb person.
No, that is incorrect. The correct answer is man or dude. I suppose that could be interchangeable with your definition. However, I'd argue otherwise. Jordan, what is a Sheila?
Sheila. I'm gonna say the opposite of a fella.
Which would be...
A woman.
Yes, that is correct. Sebastian, what is a mate?
A friend.
That is correct.
That was easy.
No, those were easy.
I gave you bloke.
A bloke could be the
Blokes and
bloated.
Sheilas. No, not bloat. Bloke. With a K-E.
With a K.
One, you're back. What's an ankle biter?
An ankle bite me. Sorry, I'm short. This is a person?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, so it's not a dog. Okay. Someone that's mean.
Mean?
Yeah.
No, it is a child.
That's mean.
Jordan, what is a bogan?
A football.
No, that is not a person. It is a redneck.
Nice.
Sebastian, what is a dag?
Emo rock star kind of guy.
No, it's someone who's
The
funny.
guy that you hate.
Are you trying to say something?
What is...
I was gonna say.
One, what is a darrow?
A darrow?
D-E-R-R-O.
A fella.
No, it is a teenager. Jordan, what are rellos/rellies?
Your relatives.
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Sebastian, what is a wacka?
Ooh, a type of soup.
No, it is an idiot.
People.
It's a soup person.
All right, we're
obviously.
moving on to adjectives.
Moving on.
We're moving on to adjectives. What does ace mean? Contestant 1. If I said something was ace.
Good.
Good is correct.
Wow, I got one.
Jordan, if I said something was bonza? What does that mean?
A little crazy, you know?
No, it means great. Sebastian, what does cactus mean?
Oh, cactus.
Cactus.
It means it's bad.
Dead.
Oh.
It means
yeah.
the dead.
That makes sense.
Contestant 1, what does corker mean?
What?
If I said something was corker.
Crazy?
Nope, it means superb. Jordan, what does exy mean? E-X-Y.
Canceled.
Expensive.
Remember adjectives, people. Adjectives.
Sebastian,
I know adjectives.
Furthy. F-U-R-P-H-Y.
I want to say filthy, but I think I'm going to go with further. Is that an adjective? Further?
Yeah.
No, false. It means false.
False. Okay.
Contestant 1, if I said something that was ripper. What does that mean?
Yes.
No. It means really nice.
Absolutely killer.
Jordan, I'll give you a hint. What does spunk mean?
Well, I'm just gonna go with the American version of, got a little energy to it, a little energetic.
Energetic means handsome.
Where was the hint in that?
I was gonna say you could use this word to describe me, but I didn't want. I didn't want him to be mean to me. Sebastian, what does knackered mean?
Broken.
Drunk.
Should have known that.
All right. Contestant 1, we're on to things. What's arvo?
Arvo? Avocado.
Afternoon.
That's avo.
Avo. Well, it's this arvo is how you spell it, but it's pronounced avo with the accent. It's avo. I'm going to Jordan, the Big Smoke. What's a Big Smoke?
A cigarette.
Nope, it's a city. Sebastian, what's a bizzo?
A Byzantine Empire.
A business.
Oh, close.
Contestant 1, what's a bush telly?
A bush telly?
Bush telly.
I don't know, TV.
A campfire. Jordan, what's a
Wow.
dunny?
Dunkirk, Fredonia.
Similar, toilet. Just kidding. I like Dunkirk. Sebastian, what's goon?
It's a thing?
Uh-huh.
A condiment.
It's wine.
This is
Sal,
Dora.
what's a lappy?
A lappy?
A lappy.
A doggo.
Nope, it's a laptop.
I knew that one. I say that one sometimes.
Jordan, what's tucker?
That's what you call a cute dog.
Food. Food.
Dogs.
Sebastian, what's yaka?
I don't know. Wait, let me think.
Y-A-K-K-A.
Telephone.
It's work.
What?
Lastly, we have one phrase for each of you to solve. Contestant 1, if I said someone was a few sandwiches short of a picnic, what does that mean?
They have a few screws loose.
Yes, they are crazy.
That was good.
Jordan, if I said, I'm going to do the Harry, what does that mean?
What does do the Harry mean?
Act like a nuisance.
Means get the hell out. And Sebastian, finally, if I said someone had a head like a dropped pie, what does that mean about them?
It means they're like super silly and like just so silly.
It means they're extremely ugly.
Dropped pie. Okay.
Well, not bad.
Yeah, I'm very
got, like,
surprised you got a few sandwiches short of a picnic, correct?
No, that one makes sense.
I've
I
never
get
heard
that
of
one.
that. I've
I
never
get
heard
The
that.
other one that they use is they have a few roos loose in the top paddock.
You know,
All right.
for someone who is saying that they knew all about Australian slang,
Well,
Sebastian.
you know, I was under pressure.
Well, I'm a bit curious, Jackson. What are our scores for tonight?
It was very close, but everyone did Bonza.
I gotta look up what that means.
Bad.
Great.
Oh.
Bonza.
And in last place, it's 1 point off for each of them.
Oh, really?
It's 4, 5, and 6 points. But in last place, with a valiant effort, didn't call me anything mean today, was Jordan. Very well done, sir.
Thank you.
Next.
Give it my best.
I'll just go right to first because it's off by 1 point.
Oh, yeah.
But ultimately came down to deconstructing the game right in front of us and pointing out our poor writing. Sebastian has come out on top as the ultimate Australian.
Sebastian as the ultimate Australian. Is this your first trivia win, Sebastian, or have you won other trivia?
This is my first ever win.
Your first win. Congratulations. You now have bragging rights that you are the Australia Trivia Champion.
See, it holds up.
It does hold up. You did come in with quite the statement, and you walked out with it being true. Very
Yeah,
impressive.
Yisel was right behind.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap things up over here. Do you want to delay for just half a second so I can transition?
Yeah, Alex, how was your day today?
My day was pretty good. You know, I'm here and I'm happy.
Okay, you can transition now.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, our contestants are running out of the building, so perhaps we should bring it back to our hosts.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCBF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDPL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
High Noon Friday is assembled through collaboration with students from Fredonia Radio Systems. Our producers and scriptwriters are Jackson DiCarlo, Alex Erwin, Chloe Kowalyk, and Hunter Halterman. Board operation is performed by none other than Jackson DiCarlo. News is presented and read by Cascio, Fonseca, and Josh Ribakove. And weather is prepared and read by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Chloe Kowalyk. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.